Meet me on the mountain.
Cervantes Masterpiece Ballroom presents the Meeting on the Mountain live broadcast from Cervantes' other side in Denver, Colorado. Featuring Jilian Nershi of the String Cheese Incident, Dead Winter Carpenters, Benny Galloway, and the Grant Farm House Band. Meeting on the Mountain is brought to you by Cervantes Masterpiece Ballroom, Ripstic Vaporizers, Breckenridge Brewery, Macro Management Group, and Hyphytek. And now, here's your host, Tyler Grant.
Howdy, friends and neighbors. Tell me, how's life on the mountain? I'd like to introduce you to the Grant Farm House Band. Make them welcome.
Don't try to be a hero. You can't make up your time. Engineer, watch your speed. We're coming up on that curve. When that train reaches the station, you'll get what you deserve.
heading to the promised land. Riding on that glory train, heading to the promised land. Keep your eye on that rail, son, and that throttle in your hand. Thanks so much, friends. Well, here on the mountain, we have a very good compadre who we get together with and write songs, and he's one of our heroes and mentors. And why don't you make him welcome? Give a big round of applause to Mr. Benny Galloway. Come on out, Burle. So, Burle, you wrote a very special song just for this occasion. You want to tell us something about it?
It's about a mountain.
It's about a mountain.
I grew up in the mountains, on a lot of them actually, and when Tyler called, we decided that we had to put something together for this explicitly, so this will be inaugural show, of course. This song, you guys, some people heard it last night, but you'll be the first to hear this. It's my take on what goes on around these mountains, but I know mountains all over this country. I've been running around the mountains my whole life, and I'd like to send this one explicitly back to them folks in Georgia that I know that are tuned in, because they live at the base of the Appalachians. So I'd like to send this out to all the folk out there too as well. It's called Peace of This Mountain. I was born right here on top of this mountain, born right here to live and die on top of this mountain. Never asked the mountain why. There's a blood run down from the top of this mountain, as red as any blood can be. God bless this home, God bless this mountain, bless the things it's done to me. God bless my home and my family. You can best believe that I'm a piece of this mountain, more than brothers, more than friends. You can best believe that I'm a piece of this mountain. I am a piece of this mountain. You are a piece of this mountain. We are a piece of this mountain. For better times or for bitter end. There's a heart that beats at the foot of this mountain. The heart and soul, it's the flesh and bone. It's way down deep at the foot of this mountain, right below the rock and the stone. There's a song blow down from the top of this mountain. It's a melody that the mountain knows. It's soft like gold, but it's hard like iron. It's sweeter yet when the west wind blows. Sweeter yet when the west wind blows. You can best believe that I'm a piece of this mountain, more than brothers, more than friends. You can best I'm just a piece of this mountain. You're just a piece of this mountain. We're all a piece of this mountain. For better times or for bitter ends.
Best believe that I'm a piece of this mountain, more than brothers, more than friends. You can best believe that I'm a piece of this mountain, just a piece of this mountain. We're all a piece of this mountain. You're just a piece of this mountain. For better times or for bitter ends. Thank you so much.
That's Benny Galloway. Thank you so much, Uncle Burle. The man is a genius, and you'll know that by his discography and the songs he's written for a bunch of other artists, including his old band, the Wayward Sons, and Grant Farm, Infamous String Dusters, Yonder Mountain String Band, Green Sky Bluegrass. All kinds of artists have covered Burle's songs, and you're going to be hearing a lot more of those if you listen real close. So right now, here on the Grant Farm, let's introduce the band. That's Sean McCauley playing the drums. We call him Magic. That's Magic McCauley. Kevin McHugh on the keyboard. And my partner in crime for many years, this is Adrian Engfer on the bass. He's going to sing you a song here called Brand New Start.
When you think you got it all figured out, the line's been cast and there ain't no doubt. The fish are jumping and it's plain to see. But on my mind are these memories. They stick to the walls of this house we built. Without you here, they turn to silt. Broken, beaten, and battered they fall, till what's left ain't recognizable at all. 'Cause the fire don't warm me like it should. Days grow longer than I thought they could. The stars burn dimmer in the midnight sky. One single tear is all that I could cry. You take the wind from my sails, the beat from my heart. Now I gotta make a brand new start. Don't wait for me, 'cause I ain't waiting for you. Guess it's time for another dream to come true. I might have been too easy to please. Blind were my eyes to your wants and needs. Staying out late was killing us slow. Mind so numb I didn't even know that with every drink I'd seal our fate. One more Friday night, getting in late. You'd stay up waiting for me to come home. Well, who was I to leave you wandering alone? 'Cause the fire don't warm you like I could. The nights grow longer, thought I understood. What I know now, wish I knew back then. You're gone and all I have is to pretend. You take the wind from my sails, the beat from
from my heart. Now I gotta make a brand new start. Don't wait for me, 'cause I ain't waiting for you. Guess it's time for another dream to come true.
Every time I call, won't you pick up, say anything at all? To hear your voice will ease the pain. One more time, won't you say my name? And tell me all about your day. Well, how was work? Did you earn your pay? Instead, I'm stuck to wander alone while you sit next to a tirelessly singing phone. You've taken the wind from my sails, the beat from my heart. Now I gotta make a brand new start. Don't wait for me, 'cause I ain't waiting for you. Guess it's time for another dream to come true. I guess it's time for another dream. Another dream to come true. Well, give me faith to live and breathe, to see the things that I might have missed or could have done, to see the sun or fly me through the moon, to live amongst the stars that made me born. Well, anything will do. Without you here, my future's clear for another dream to come true. Another dream to come true. Another dream to come true.
Thank you, friends. Would you please make welcome Mr. Bill Nershi. Come on up, Bill.
All right.
All right. So, Billy, the string cheese incident has been a force in the live music scene for over 20 years. And you're really representing the Colorado sound out there in the world, and Colorado is very proud of the string cheese incident. So why don't you tell us about some of the projects you're working on outside of string cheese right now?
Well, let's see. Right now I've been, I always have to have a good bluegrass fix, you know, because I get to play some bluegrass with string cheese, the string cheese incident, but not enough. So right now I've been playing some music with the Traveling McCourys. And that's been a lot of fun and a great education.
Oh, I'll bet. Holy moly, that must be something. Hanging out with Ronnie and Rob and Jason and Alan and Bill.
Yeah.
Billy McCoury. Cool. Well, the Bill Nershi songbook came out a little while ago. And that's a pretty great thing. Are you planning on any other volumes of that or any other instructional materials or camps this year?
Well, the Bill Nershi Songbook is volume 1, so it'd be pretty lame if I didn't put out another volume. So I'm definitely planning another group of songs and another songbook, and I hope to be able to, do several of the songbooks eventually.
Is Jellyfish going to be in it?
Jellyfish could be in it. I think Texas is going to be in it.
Texas, you should definitely put Texas.
Texas.
It's a good jazz education for the young players.
Right, exactly. And Jellyfish is good because it's a two-chord song.
Good education for the hippie musicians.
Everybody likes a two-chord song.
That's right. Well, we've played a lot of guitar together, and I'm a huge fan of your playing. Wondering, what are you working on these days, and who are you listening to?
Well, I've been listening to some Django Reinhardt kind of stuff.
Whoa.
And yeah, and that's I'm trying to make bridge the gap between some of the bluegrass flat picking and some of the jazz playing, and I think that's a great style of music that can then get in that space and help me transition into the jazz world a little bit.
Indeed. Are you learning stuff off recordings? Are you working out of a book?
There's a Rosenberg Academy online that I've been a member of, and they have sheet music and instructional videos and things like that. So it's pretty cool.
I'll come over and we'll practice together one of these days. So here on the mountain, there's a lot of young and aspiring musicians around Colorado. What kind of advice do you have for all the young players who look up to you?
Well, first of all, I think that you play music because you love to play music, and don't think beyond that. I want to play music because I want to make a living, or I want to do this or that. You just continue to play because you love to play and you enjoy playing. And stay with it, stick with it, meet people, play with a lot of different people, and until you fall into a group of people where it works out and you have the right chemistry, then you can start a band like that. It's tough to put together a band and expect things from it, because that could put a lot of pressure on you, So you have to find the right people to play music with, get that chemistry like the Grant Farm has.
Thank you.
Right now.
And like the string cheese incident, talk about chemistry. String cheese has worked. I have to let you all know how hard string cheese has worked. It didn't just happen overnight. I see them when they're getting ready for a show. You guys rehearse for like 5 weeks before a show.
Well, maybe not 5 weeks, Tyler, but
I've seen it happen. I've been to your rehearsal place.
We do rehearse a lot, to the point where I say, really, do we have to do we have to rehearse this much? And they say yes, and I say, okay, well, things are working out, so I'm not going to complain and not going to make waves.
Well, it seems like it's working. So, Billy, in all your musical career, you're traveling to lots of places all around the world. Why don't you name a few of your top places that you've enjoyed visiting the last couple years?
Well, I always love going and playing someplace where we can ski, and we've had a lot of great experiences skiing, doing our winter carnivals. And even this year, where there wasn't too much snow out in California, I stayed out there and skied during the winter carnival. We played Reno, and then I stayed out in the Tahoe area, where the Dead Winter Carpenters are from, and stayed out there and got some turns in. So I enjoyed being out there in the mountains. That always makes me feel good. I love playing the hometown gig at Red Rocks. Is always really special.
The little old hometown gig.
Yeah, the local gig. So I've enjoyed that. I love traveling around. I love when we get up to Canada, and we'll be getting up there again for this Pemberton Festival up in Canada. So I like going up there. We've been to British Columbia and skied a lot out there. That's been fun.
Sounds great. Well, Bill, it's such an honor to have you on the first episode of Meeting on the Mountain.
Meeting on the Mountain.
You were the first person we called, and would you like to introduce the Dead Winter Carpenters?
Yes. All right. Thanks, Tyler. And now we have, from the great Sierra Mountain Range in California, let's make welcome the Dead Winter Carpenters.
Well, we are extremely happy to be here. Thanks so much for having us, everybody. We're Dead Winter Carpenters from Lake Tahoe. This first song is called Find Your Home. I moved back to New England, I'll buy myself a little spread. I'll work real hard in them green, green fields until the day I'm dead. I've got me heaps of sweet memories from when I was a little boy, when everything seemed to make sense to me in a sandbox full of toys. But you gotta roam, yeah, you gotta roam till you find your home.
I think I'll move to Colorado and buy me a little spread. Work real hard in the rocky fields until the day I'm dead. I got me heaps of sweet memories from when I was a little girl, when everything seemed to make sense to me in fake heels and plastic pearls.
But you gotta roam, yeah, you gotta roam till you find your home. I hope you're smiling when you get there. It's damn sure hard to travel alone. I hope you're smiling when you get there. It's damn sure hard to find your home. I think we'll move down to Nashville and start a little rock and roll band, where the stars all go down the music road and the good people understand. We learned to play sweet melodies when we were little kids. Now we ain't got time to look back on nothing and regret anything we did. Still we gotta roll, yeah, we gotta roll. Still we gotta roll, yeah, we gotta roll. Still we gotta roll, yeah, we gotta roll till we find our home.
Thousand crows says the open sky unwind. And all is lost as this world is meant to be. Where have you gone, my all the nature's child? When you smile with your burning rays as you get a battle cry, soldiers stand in lines unbroken, they fall beneath the sky. Stars on crows says the open sky unwind. And all is lost as this world is meant to be. I know where have you gone, my Mother Nature's child?
Thank you guys very much. We appreciate y'all being here and Interland.
That last song was called Colorado Wildfire. We just want to thank the Grant Farm for having us out the last 5 shows we've been doing them. We've had such an excellent time, and we really want to give it up for Tyler Grant for putting on such a wonderful program here today. Thank you guys so much.
Hi, Jenny. Hi, Jesse. That was fantastic. We've been having such a good time with the Dead Winter Carpenters, and couldn't think of a better band to have on as our first guest band at the meeting on the mountain. It's just fantastic.
Thanks so much for having us. We've had a blast this past week.
Sure. So Jenny and Jesse, Dead Winter Carpenters kind of fall into this category that the Grant Farm does. We do a little bit of genre bending. So let me be the next in a long line of interviewers who will ask you, how do you describe your sound?
You know, we've been told recently that someone said that we were the NASCAR of mountain alt country music. And to me, I mean, that means that must be a mixture of alt country, bluegrass, and rock and roll. I think is a fitting description of what we do.
Like
Throw in a little NASCAR, and it doesn't get any better than that.
Like Dale Jr. driving up 395.
Amen.
Really nice. So tell us about where the Dead Winter Carpenters come from.
Well, we hail from the north shores of Lake Tahoe, and we kind of have a mixture of where we're from. The entire band is from a different part of the country. We actually go all the way from the northeast down to Louisiana, and then all the way to California and Reno, Nevada. So we're kind of from all over the place.
Uh-huh. Kind of like us. We got 3 from California in Grant Farm. 3 of us are Californian, and the other one's from Ohio. Seems like every time we try out a new band member, they're from Ohio. Why don't you tell us about some of your favorite artists and some of the artists that helped you, that inspired you and helped you create your sound?
Some of our favorite artists, I think, that we listen to when we're traveling around, we love listening to Todd Snyder because he's a great storyteller.
Oh, yeah.
And it makes the time go by pretty quickly. Yeah, that's right. And we love Wilco. We love anybody who does kind of the alt country thing. And and Blitz and Trapper, you know, people who are kind of toying the line between alt country and kind of more rock and roll. We like
Very
that.
cool. I was talking to your guitar player Brian about Sturgill Simpson.
Oh, we love him.
You listening
Yeah,
to,
he's
listening to
great.
Sturgill in the van? Yeah.
Sturge.
Yeah, Adrian's our big Sturgill Simpson fan. We've been hearing a lot of that in the van.
We got to see him out at High Sierra and meet him, and he's a great guy. Yeah, he's really fun.
Cool. So, in all your travels with music, why don't you tell us a few of your favorite places you've been the last couple of years?
Actually, I think that's probably one of the best parts of the job. You know, part of the job description is getting to travel all the time, and we really enjoy when we do get back east to go up and down the Blue Ridge. You know, into Virginia and North Carolina. The Asheville area is really gorgeous, and we really enjoy getting out there. A lot of outdoor enthusiasts and a lot of amazing pickers and all that. So, you know, that area and really the Southwest, the Pacific Northwest, and then we've always been treated very well right here in Colorado. So it's always a pleasure to return here. Nice to be back again today. So thanks again for having us.
Yeah, of course. Speaking of Colorado, so, you know, you hail from the Lake Tahoe area of the Sierra Nevada mountains in California. Have you noticed a difference in the fan base in California versus the fans out here in the Rocky Mountains?
You know, I think there's a very similar vibe, kind of the high mountain vibe, and a lot of ski towns, a lot of ski industry, and I think the big difference is the fans out here are just have such, you know, the privilege to have so many great bands that are in this sort of genre, the bluegrass and the country and the jamgrass sort of thing. So maybe they have a more particularly discerning ear for the music. And, you know, where we're from, we're fortunate to be, you know, one of the only bands from that area. It's a smaller pool. So.
Well, those Coloradans with a discerning ear really love the Dead Winter Carpenters, so I think you all are doing all right.
Thank you very much.
Your latest EP is called Dirt Nap. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that last song, Colorado Wildfire, is off that EP. We recorded it last year up in Heavenly, which is on the south shore of Lake Tahoe. A brand new studio up there called Heavenly Tracks. We had a great experience. We've worked with the same engineer whose name is Matt Wright the last couple albums that we've done. So we brought him up there from the Bay Area and really just had a great experience. It was in the middle of summer and just beautiful weather up there, so it all kind of contributed to that sound.
That's what we love about recording in Colorado. We did the Jilian Nershi album up at Billy's house, and we could just cruise out into the mountains from there, and it was fantastic. Where can your fans get this EP?
You know, we have it for sale online. I think we have a bunch of copies with us here today over at the merch table. And I did want to say that we debated calling the album Chainsaw when we were doing it, because when we were trying to record, there was a tree service crew outside chopping down trees right outside the studio. And it's pretty soundproof, but that certainly leaked through in a couple cuts. And I think we went with Dirt Nap overall, but you know, we were big fans of calling it Chainsaw.
Added to the realness and the rustic,
that lumberjack
NASCAR
contribution
of alt country kind of vibe. Well, Jesse Dunn, Jenny Charles, thank you so much for being here, and thanks Dead Winter Carpenters. It's just great having you.
Thanks for having us.
All right, would you like to introduce our next guest?
I would love to introduce our next guest. Our next guest is Billy and Jilian Nershi, and backing them up, Grant Farm.
All right, thank you.
I have traveled a long way now from solo. Like time is catching up with me. All those things I didn't say. Lost some friends along the way.
flowers and stars, passing the hours with my guitar, dreaming about you from daylight till dawn, growing the love that was there all along. You know, I've been waiting for a girl like you all of this time. I never knew I'd be dancing with a broken heart if we were ever to part. If we were ever to part. Swift as the dove flying close to the ground, deep as the snow falling without a sound. Our hearts intertwine as they sometimes do, closing the distance between me and you. You know, I've been waiting for a girl like you all of this time. I never knew I'd be dancing with a broken heart if we were ever to part. If we were ever to part. I've been waiting for a girl like you all of this time. I never knew I'd be dancing with a broken heart if we were ever to part. If we were ever to part. Lonesome blues don't follow me. I'm just trying to make my way. When tears are falling, I can't see. Lonesome blues don't follow me. Darling, I have done you wrong, but I have loved you all along. Now it haunts me every some friends and family. Looks like time's catching up with me. All those things I didn't say. Lost some friends along the way. Well, I have traveled a long way, miles and miles just drifting down the road, from the eastern bow to the California Bay. I have traveled a long way. Lonesome blues don't follow me. Trying to make my way. Then tears are falling, I can't see. Lonesome blues don't follow me. Lonesome blues don't follow me. Lonesome blues don't follow me.
That was fun. Thank you so much, Jill and Bill. At this point, we're going to get the whole cast up, and let's close it out with a couple sing-alongs. How about it?
Sun gonna shine in my back door someday. Sun gonna shine in my back door someday. March wind's gonna blow my blues all away. Yeah, March wind's gonna blow my blues all away.
Well, it's appropriate that the first Meeting on the Mountain live broadcast is happening, and hello to everyone watching at home, by the way. We've been pretty focused on what's going on here, but hope you can see us clear, and if you don't, we'll work on it. This is the first time we're trying this, so we're taking notes as we go. We'd love to hear your comments over at the merch table after the show. So it's appropriate, it's March 1st, and this is our inaugural broadcast. It's that Breckenridge beer. And so we're going to do a little sing-along, and this is a song called March Winds. I'm going to blow all my blues away. And you're going to get the lyrics really quick, and we want you all to sing with us. We all set? Hit it. There we go. 1, 2, 3. So my gal, if you're standing here, sun gonna shine in my back
sleep in a hollow log. Gotta drink muddy water and sleep in a hollow log. We'll be down in Frisco, be treated like a dog. The sun gonna shine in my back door someday. Sun gonna shine in my back door someday. Sun gonna shine in my back door someday. March wind's gonna blow my blues all away. See that piano, Kevin? Told me long years ago never to marry no gal that I know. She'll take all your money, wear out your clothes, and where she may leave you, God only knows. Everybody sing. The sun gonna shine in my back door someday. Sun gonna shine in my back door someday. Sun gonna shine in my back door someday. March wind's gonna blow my blues all the way. Well, thank you again so much for being here, everybody. We're going to be doing this again on the first Sunday of May, so mark your calendars. We'd like to thank our sponsors tonight. First of all, Cervantes Masterpiece Ballroom and the other side, hosting us at their fine venue and taking such good care of us. We got Ripstic Vaporizers, one of our main sponsors. So grateful for you, Ripstic. The Breckenridge Brewery of Colorado. Why don't you get yourself a Breckenridge beer if you're drinking? Of course, Hyphytek, doing our camera work and our live stream. Give it up for Hyphytek. And the man who we wouldn't be here if it wasn't his idea and working so hard to put it together is Brian Asplin of the Macro Management Group. Give it up for the Macro Management Group. So we're so grateful for these sponsors and for the ability to give this a try, and we hope it's going to just grow from here. So now we're going to do the theme song, and this is one written by Jacob Anderson and myself, and we'll give a big shout out to Fruition on this one, and we'll sing Meet Me on the Mountain.
Meet me on the mountain, where the wind keeps blowing our blues away. Meet me on the mountain, before we must be on our way. It's good to
see you, my friends, once again. Though there never ever seems to be very much time, and there's something I want to say that I can't be with you today. So won't you meet me on that mountain in the morning light? Meet me on the mountain where the wind keeps blowing our blues away. Meet me on the mountain before we must be on our way.
Well, I've been up, I've been down, I've been too long in this town. Every once in a while I hear a whistle cry. But if you're sad and feeling down, brother, I will share low. Oh, won't you meet me on the mountain way up high?
On the mountain where the wind keeps blowing our blues away. Meet me on the mountain before we must be on our way.
Gonna lose these chains and leave this old world behind. And don't you worry for me, 'cause someday we will be walking that mountain together in the by and by. Everybody sing.
Meet me on the mountain where the wind keeps blowing our blues away. Meet me on the mountain before we must be on our way. Meet me on the mountain where the wind keeps blowing our blues away. Meet me on the mountain before we must be on our way. Before we must be on our
Thank you, everybody. God bless you. Bill Nershi, the Dead Winter Carpenters, Benny Galloway, the Grant Farm. Thank you so much.
Mr. Tyler Grant.
the first song off our new EP. This one's called Long Arm of the Law.
Money's all spent. Well, the long arm of the law's coming round again. I had goods for sale, salt of the earth. Well, the man upstairs left it outside of my north berth. I've been robbing, stealing, I've been pickling jars, trying to get away, picking my guitar. But I gotta go, I can't think straight. Yeah, I gotta go, going set the record straight. Yeah. Down the Nevada state line, I'm cruising past the U-turn, doing 65. So his day is long, he's following me. He said, son, you can't play music here unless you pay a fee. I've been robbing, stealing, I've been driving slow cars. I'm trying to get away, picking my guitar. But I gotta go, I can't think straight. Yeah, I gotta go, going to the record straight. I'm gonna cut it free. Pouring on no welcome, steal this misery. I'm gonna set it sail to the open sea. Got a little hideaway where ain't nobody can bother me. I've been robbing, stealing, been pickling jars. Now I'm trying to get away, picking my guitar. But I gotta go, keep things straight. Yeah, I gotta go, going to the record straight. Perfectly twisted morning. If I do say myself, all this hot air that we're breathing in can't be good for our health. Holding a winning hand, it's too late now to fold. One bleed. So I let it ride on the 4th of July. My lucky day turned into a wave. Holding a winning hand, it's too late now to fold. One step ahead of the bill collector. Mama, I'm on the road. Yeah, mama, I'm on the road. Straight between the ditches, trying to make some sense of it all. No, I don't need to be spoiled in riches to stand tall. Wishing on a star, I ventured out, the sun was rising, the air was crisp and sweet. I'll tell you twice that it sure feels good to be back up on my feet. Holding a winning hand, it's too late now to fold. One step ahead of the bill collector, mama, I'm on the road. One step ahead of the bill collector, mama, mama, I'm on the road.
Billy and me and Jeff worked this up for you right downstairs. We'd like to play it for you now. It's called Nuthin to It. It was the smell of a summer afternoon, the Sunday dinner almost done. It wasn't much, it's just the way Mama used to do it. Breakfast, church, and then a chicken fry. You couldn't wait for the cherry pie, wasn't much, just the way Mama liked to do it. Mama used to do it like that. Mama used to do it like that. It wasn't much, it's just the way Mama liked to do it. The way that he walked out on a piece of land, he'd never swear, of course he'd never smile. It wasn't much, just the way Daddy liked to do it. And he never liked to go to town, he just worked like hell till the sun went down. It wasn't much, just the way Daddy liked to do it. Daddy used to do it like that. Daddy used to do it like that. It wasn't much, it's just the way Daddy likes to do it. They both been dead and gone for years. They bought that old farm in 1945. It wasn't much, heck, there really wasn't nothing to it. But if you live so good that you don't get old, you just disappear, God rest your soul. It ain't much, be a good way to do it. Mama used to do it like that. Daddy used to do it like that. Mama used to do it like that. Daddy used to do it like that. It wasn't much, there really wasn't nothing to it. stop this train. Not the thunder, lightning, not the pouring rain, not the big tornado or hurricane. Ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. Ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. Give her coal and water, she's a breathing fire. She won't say never, she won't say die. Blows her whistle and she gonna get. Ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. Blows her whistle and she gonna get. Ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. Ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. Here to there, a one-way ticket to anywhere. Could be trouble up around the bend. There ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. Could be trouble up around the bend. There ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. There ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. Tell St. Michael, tell St. Pete, tell the angels for to save your seat. It's goodbye, boys, cause we're gone again. There ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. Goodbye, God, we're gone again. There ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. There ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. Albuquerque to Santa Fe, Colorado boys, California, like a big wind blowing out across the plain. There ain't no nothing gonna stop this, like a big wind blowing out across the plains. There ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. There ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. Yeah. Stop this train, not the thunder, lightning, not the pouring rain, not the big tornado, not the hurricane. There ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. There ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. No, there ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. The thunder, lightning, not the pouring rain, not the big tornado, not the hurricane. There ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. There ain't no nothing gonna stop this train. There ain't no nothing.
Ain't no nothing.
I'm gonna stop this train.
Gonna stop this train.
No, there ain't no nothing.
There ain't no nothing.
Gonna stop this train.
Stop this train.
There ain't no nothing.
Ain't no nothing.
Gonna stop this train.
Gonna stop this train.
No, there ain't no nothing.
There ain't no nothing.
Gonna stop this train.
Stop this train.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Burle.